Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the channel. Today we're going to have a look at some AI technology called Genmo. Now, before we do anything else, we need to understand what Genmo is. So if you jump into their homepage, this is what it will look like. So it says here, Genmo Chat is the first step towards our approach to create general intelligence, where a human, that's you and I, and a generative model work together. This is absolutely mind-blowing and such an advancement in AI technology. So without further ado, let us jump straight into the creative part. So as we scroll down through this page, you can see a few examples of what can be generated with Genmo. And if you have a look on the right hand side over here, there are a couple animations which look pretty darn good, if I may say so myself. On the next bit of the page, you can see that it says you can upload an image and animate part of it. Yes, that means that you can take your existing images and animate only parts of the image. The next part, they explain you can generate and edit movies. Yes, you can do entire movies from scratch. So with the right commands and a little bit of know-how, a tiny bit of experience, you can pretty much create an entirely new movie. You can also use text to generate a trailer, and like it says here, write a script and then generate a trailer. So just like the previous example, you can create movies right from scratch with just a few words. You can also edit and create photographs with words. Now, this is very interesting. So if you have an existing photograph or you have a photograph that you have generated with Genmo, you can actually edit the photograph without having any editing skills by just using commands. That, I think, is absolutely fantastic. So, and another thing we can get into here is to design a presentation with app icons. It says here, Genmo can generate app icons as well. Here, Genmo makes icons for a creative co-pilot. That is fantastic. Now, before we do anything else, let us get ourselves signed in so we can start creating. So on the top right-hand side of the screen, you're going to see a sign in button. All you have to do is have an email address, and you can sign in with your email address and a password, and there you go. Now, what it says here is that you are on a wait list. Now, if you don't want to wait to use their mind-blowing technology, you can see a banner up at the top of the screen that says looking for Genmo Chat. Now what you're going to do is you're going to tap on that and it brings you to this page over here. Now on the right hand side, you will see that there is a word that says fuel and the value is 100. So these are the credits that are used when creating your images or generating your images. Right, so what we're going to do here is we're going to tap get started. Now this is the text to video. So what we're going to do is you can either create your own image or you can upload an image. So what we're going to do is first we are going to generate an image. Now I've tapped a flower growing, and you can have it in 3 aspect ratios. That's either a 1:1, a 9:16, or a 16:9. So once you have done this, it does specify that this is your first frame of your video. You can just tap generate image. So what it's done here is it's generated a flower, and that is the first frame to your video. Now on the left hand side, the bottom left of your image, you can tap the little tick and that will say that you accept that image. Right, so in this part over here, this is where we get to basically define what it is that we want to do. So there are a few editing tools. It comes in the form of a brush. So what it's going to do here is you're going to brush away or brush on what you want animated or not animated. So the tools are very, very simple. Again, you don't need any editing experience to be able to do something like this. So I'm just going to brush away the background of the flower, and then I'm going to actually highlight the flower itself in the little piece of soil that it's growing in with its roots. And when I am done, I will have something that looks like this. Right, so now if we scroll to the top of the screen, we will see that our fuel is now at 95.8. So that means we use almost 5 units of credits to get to this stage. Now, before we continue to click make a video, there are some additional settings here that we can play around with. Of course, the length of the video, that is very important depending on what it is that you're actually doing. If you are wanting to make longer videos, it will cost more fuel. Then the next thing is the exploration, and that says for the changing of the animation. So the higher it is, the more chaotic the animation is. And then lower would be for a slower changing animation. The next thing allows you to control how fast the content changes over time. So, of course, higher values lead to more blur. Lower values would lead to a smoother transition. Then we've got a general smoothness bar here. It says controls the smoothness of your transitions. So depending on the number, that's how smooth your generated image will be. So then the next and last thing that we can do is we can either select edit with instructions, and these are the instructions that you leave at the top of the page, which is just below your image. And then you can make your video loop. Right, and when we are done, we can just click make a video. Now, what I'm doing here is I'm going to add a bee onto my flower. So these are just a couple commands that will allow the software to create a video according to these instructions. And there we go. Ladies and gentlemen, that actually looks pretty good. So you can see the movement of the petals, the movement on the leaves, and if the bottom of the flower, you can actually see the little bee generating there. Now, if you have a look, we have used some more fuel. We've used almost 22 units of fuel. Now, what you can actually do is you can download your video. It will unfortunately have the watermark on it now, but if you are paying for a premium version, you will have the watermark removed and the video quality will also be a lot higher. And that's what it looks like when you generate a video with text. Now, what I'm going to do is we are going to upload a picture, and then we are going to create a video from that picture. So I'm uploading it right now. Alrighty, and there is our image. So we are not going to edit any more descriptives in there. We are going to leave it just as it is now. There is an exclusion there. It says blurry, ugly, deformed, JPEG, low resolution. So that is what they are going to exclude. We're going to change one or two settings here at the bottom. It's a little bit different to the previous settings. So I'm making them all a little bit higher. And we are going to edit with these instructions again. Right, and when we're done, we are going to just tap make a video. Now it'll bring you to this page here, and here it goes. I've just sped this up because it does take some time. And there we go. Wow. So from my original image to how it looks now is quite different. It looks quite sick, actually. It's pretty good. So another thing is that in this one, the entire video actually was animated. And the previous one, only the flower that I had brushed was selected. So that is a setting that you can use to only animate what you want to animate, of course. And there we go. It's very, very quick and easy. Of course, the more time you put in, the better your results will be. And the more you practice, the better you will get. And you'll see now that with the 2 videos that I generated, there are 56.6 units of fuel left. So we're looking at around about 20 to 25 units that we used per video, whether you are uploading or you are creating straight from text. There we go, guys. Go ahead, download Genmo, enjoy it, explore, create, have fun, and we will see you in the next video. Cheers.